What up, guys? That Comic Awesome here, doing another review, doing No Justice #1. So this is hot off the heels of Metal, which again, forgive me, I still have not made it through all of Metal. So some of this stuff, they make reference to were big twists in Metal, but they kind of clarify it. They make sure that if you didn't read Metal, you can pick this up and start reading it. This is kind of, again, the DC event of the summer. I believe it's only a 4-issue series, so there's not a huge kind of like follow. You don't have to it's not 8 or 9 issues with 10 plus tie-ins to where you're having to sort your way through a bunch of story. I believe it's just 4 issues. I don't know if there's actually any tie-in issues to this, or if it's just a standalone event. But this is after the events of Metal. The source wall to our universe has been broken. In doing so, they have allowed these new entities back into our universe that threaten to destroy the entire universe, planet by planet. So yeah, let's kind of jump in. So you get the lanterns, and they are being summoned to the end of the source wall, where all of the Green Lanterns. Old Guy Gardner. I always forget that he's still even in the Green Lanterns, but they kind of are busting Hal's balls about how the Justice League allowed the source wall to be broken, and they're like, he's like, look, we had to do what we had to do to stop the dark multiverse. Another side note, from what I'm hearing, this is supposed to have some Metal was Rebirth was a setup to Metal was a setup, and then apparently I think what happens in here is supposed to be some game changing things. So definitely, before I even get into the review, check this out. Read it. It's a great book. But yeah, the art is fantastic. Written by some great people. So yeah. So you have all of a sudden you get these critical alerts happening, and you find out that this is in the government HQ, and Amanda Waller is setting up this alert for when this mystery person shows back up on Earth, and she has gotten that alert. And all the while, you have the Suicide Squad, you have Titans, you have Teen Titans, and the Justice League all fighting Brainiac, and they're all trying to Brainiac's like, look, I've already defeated you, just stay down. Superman shows up, fights him. Flash kind of makes some quips, but it turns out, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit to the meat of the story. They all get kidnapped by Brainiac. They're told that there is a race of creatures, the 4 brothers, who embody the 4 eternal energies. Essentially, these to me look exactly like DC's versions of Celestials. They're very much look like Celestials, but they are Omega Titans, and they are 4 energies that kind of balance the universe: entropy, wisdom, wonder, and mystery. Which to me, wonder and mystery are kind of, you have mystery, and so you need wonder. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. Again, they kind of form a little loop of, mystery leads to wonder, leads to wisdom, leads to entropy, which leads back to mystery. It's like a life cycle, maybe. But anyway, there are these 4 brothers who plant seeds. They plant their seeds on every planet in the known universes, and then it's kind of like a game where whoever's seed takes dominance on that planet, they they get to absorb that planet, Galactus style. Brainiac, of course, wants to save his planet first, which is being consumed by wisdom, of course, because he is wise. So in order to do that, they have to bring up the levels of all of the other entities, the entropy, wonder, and mystery. So to help do that, he has reshifted all of the Justice League teams, and also adding some villains into the mix. So he has kind of they've gotten new suits with colored nodes on them, and each colored node allows for them to be on a specific team. And of course, there's hostile stuff going on. I don't want to really go too much into this book because, again, I think you should read it. It should be this is unlike what Marvel does with events, where you get usually a number one, and the number one is just like a flat line. It's like the slowest burn possible for plot advancement. Like this, this literally gets you caught up and then drops you in, and then on the last page you're like, oh damn, like this is, it's hitting the fan big time. So definitely pick this up, read it, like it. If you don't, my bad. Subscribe over here, watch some more videos, hit me up in the comments, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you next time.